dividing part 2. I'm going to make our divisor, slightly more difficult. So now I've got a 2-digit divisor, which is new, but it's kind of fun. All right, let's draw our dot and box so I can kind of explain what's going on with the place value as we work. And I'll separate the sides of the board like this. All right. The number I'm working with, my dividend. The dividend is 4105. What color do we want to use? Maybe pink? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 0. 2, 5. Alright, so I've now depicted the dividend. And now I need to identify groups of 13. What does 13 look like in dot boxes? Let's just jog our memories. 13 looks like 1, 3. So I'm looking for that image in here. How many of those can I pluck out of here? How many groups of that will I be able to identify? Okay. I can't do that in this place. When I try to get started, right? 4, 1. I can't work with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to erase one of these dots because I can't find 3 in this place. And I'm going to make, well, erasing one dot here, back here makes it worth 10. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, maybe now I can start to play this game of finding groups of 1 followed by 3. So the first one I see maybe is like this 1 and then these bottom 3. That's one group of 13. Here's that 1 dot with 3 more. Beautiful, that's 13. And then I've got this 1 dot, maybe I'll circle these 3. Another group of 13. How many groups of 13 did I circle? And I kind of ran out, right? I don't have any more in this place. Got a few here, I think I know what I can do with those. I can move them that way. So I found 3 groups and it ended in this place. And how many groups of 13 are in 41? Well, 13 times 3 is 39, that's pretty darn close. So I'll go, okay, 3 groups, that makes 39. And I have circled what's worth 39 in the thousands place. 39, and I have a remainder 2, which is a 2 we're seeing there. And now I'm looking at 2, and now we need to look to the next place. I'm looking at 20, and I think a lot of us know how many groups of 13 are in 20, but just so we can see it pictorially, I don't see a 1 followed by 3. And I need to do something, manipulate my box in such a way that can happen. And if you want to do it this way, instead of just erasing, I can just X it out. So I'm going to cross out that dot, and I'm going to move it next door. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I have things in the right place to start at least begin to play this game. 1, 3. All right, and I've exhausted the 1. And you just donate to the next side until you have at least 3 to start playing with. Okay. So now I found 1 group here. So if you see, I circled 1 group there. And how many groups of 13 and 20? I can identify 1. That makes 13. I've accounted for 13 things in the hundreds place. And I have 7 left. This means 700, right? 7, and these things in that box are worth 700. So this is 7, but in the hundreds place. It's in this column, the hundreds place. Okay. How many groups of 13 are there? Well, I only have 2 dots there. That's not enough to play the game. So I need to, at least, I'll do 1 for now. So I'll cancel that little guy out. And what does he look like now? In the next door neighbor, he looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's worth 10 things the next spot over. Now I can at least start circling off groups of 13, I mean. So here's a 1, and then I'll circle 3 from the next column. 1, and I'll circle 3 from that column. Okay, and then 1, and I'll circle these 3. 1, those 3. I can't play anymore. I've circled all the groups of 3. Maybe I want to play that again then. I have 2 more dots here. That's more than I need. So I cross another one out, and it's worth 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I'm ready to use my last dot with a group of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then that last dot gets circled. I've accounted for everything in this slot. Good. And how many groups did I identify? Well, 13 ended in this spot. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 groups. And then I was supposed to be looking at the next place over. That's 72 is what I was kind of talking about. In that little, when I was glimpsing here, it originally looked like 72. And how many groups of 13 are in 72? Evidently 5. But let's think this out. 5 times 13 is 50 plus 3 times 5, so 15, so 65. So I broke that down, because we're going to learn more about doing that as mental math later. So 13 times 5 is 65. If I add another 13, I'm up at 78. That's too high. So I can get away with 5. So many colors. No, they're not exactly coordinated anymore. Oh well. 65. Alright, and then what was left behind? 72 take off 65. 7. And if you look here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now I'm going to look to the next column. So now I'm talking about 75. That's what's here, 75. Alright, it's not written in a way that, I'm going to run out of groups of 3 on that side. That's what's in high demand, right? I can start. So let's go with 1 thing here will be eliminated along with 3 things here. Alright, I already can't pair up 3 with one of those, so I've got to eliminate one of these. So I'll eliminate that guy right there. And he gets to become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I can do this more. So I have this one, and I'll circle 3 things. This one, and I will circle 3 things. Here's 1, and there's 3. Things are getting kind of tight now. Here's 1, here's 3. And then I just have 1 dot left behind. You can either know right away that that 1 dot represents this quantity, or you can move it here and see that this is how many dots are left behind. Okay, so our remainder is 10. And you can see it this way too. 13 goes in 75 only 5 times for the same reasons as before with the 72. To make 65, and then my remainder is 10. And that's what was left behind, 10. And you can also say I had that many things out of, well, if it would have looked like this, if I would have had those extra 3 dots, I'd be in business, but I wasn't. So I can write it 2 ways. I can write it like this, 3, 1, 5, 5, and 10 over 13. Or I can do the simpler 3, 1, 5, 5, and I had what was left over, 10. Not 1, because this dot was in the tens place. Alright, so try to do a similar problem, and I'll write this in the description as well. But do one that starts with a 1, 2, or 3 with a different digit, not 0. It's like 27, 34, 32, 17, something like that. And then do like a 4 or 5 digit number, and then draw the same picture out and be sure to be circling all the groups that you find. Alright, thanks.